Welcome to Wealth Coffee Chats, folks, for your daily live updates. Get the most out of today's episode by participating in the chat. Make sure you ask some questions, be part of the conversation, have a bit of fun, grab a coffee or a tea, take some notes, and get ready to start your day, folks. Quick few housekeeping rules, though. No spamming, no advertising or self-promotion in the chat. That's not on. Be kind and respectful to everyone when participating. And most of all, have a good time. Real estate investing can be your biggest asset. It also can be your most expensive asset when it comes to getting it right or getting it wrong, folks. It can be time-consuming, stressful, and that's why here at Positive, we have what's called a 6-star team, a full-service team that provides integrated wealth and property investing solutions and services simply designed to help you progress towards your goal of passive income through your property portfolio, folks. Make sure you check out our other podcasts on the Positive Mentor Network. Not only is there Wealth Coffee Chats, there's the Urban Property Investor. Drops every Wednesday with straight talking investing strategies and lessons with Sam Saggers. Property Investor Tales. This is where our clients, you guys, share real life stories from property investing, hosted by some of our advisors and strategists. And that's done every fortnight, dropping every Monday. Wealth, Wine and Wisdom, folks, that debriefs the week that was in the world of finance and property, hosted by yours truly, Jason Witten and Andy Fenton on Fridays. Welcome to another Wealth Coffee Chat. Marvellous Monday. Hope you're well, folks, wherever you are. If you think it's Get Rich Quick, you're in the wrong place. This is the wrong podcast. This is the wrong life for you. Welcome to another Wealth Coffee Chat. Hope you're all awesome and well.
Morning, everybody. Sorry for the slight delay this morning. Had some technical difficulties getting everything up and running. But welcome to another Friday, Finance Friday edition of Wealth Coffee Chat. As always, we start with a little bit of humor. Did you hear about an ATM that got addicted to money? Heard it was suffering from withdrawals. I wanted to start today with some updates in regards to the interest rate cuts. Now, earlier this week, NAB announced its latest monetary policy update, with the monthly CPI for August at 2.7%, which is two decreases. So in June, it was 3.8%. In July, it went down to 3.5%. And August went down to 2.7%. NAB have shifted the forecast for the next rate cut to be from May 2025 to February 2025. And they expect rate cuts to continue dropping down to 3.1% until June 2026. Now, CBA believe that the next rate drop will actually come as soon as December this year, based on the August CPI figures. And they also believe that the rates will come down to 3.1% by December 2025. Westpac of the view that interest rates will come down to 3.35. So the RBA rates will come down to 3.35 by December 25 as well. And ANZ believe it will drop to 3.6% also by December 25. What does this all mean for everybody? The four banks are forecasting that next year there will be a considerable amount of rate drops. Currently, the RBA rates is 4.35%. So in the next year, calendar year, CBA expecting rates to drop by 1.25%. So the relief that all mortgage holders at the moment are hoping for can come as soon as December this year, or at least early in the 2025 year. So that's great news for everybody. I just wanted to say good evening to Kevin. Thanks for joining us all the way from the US, and good morning to Justin. Now, I like to share some scenarios that actually come across my desk as well as my team's desk over the week. And one of the ones that really stood out for me this week was that I had a client who came to me and they were looking to restructure all their loans. And they had a few properties, and a lot of them were cross-collateralized, meaning that the banks actually grouped together 2 or more properties in order to provide the loans to our clients. Now, the thing that that stood out when I reviewed their situation was that based on their pay slips, the projected income was a lot more than last year's. So the income they received in the last financial year. Now, what the banks do is during the beginning of the financial year, the banks request us to provide the 2 most recent pay slips and also the 2024 income statement. Now, based on the 2, they will actually select the lower of the 2. Come September, come October, the banks then ask for just 2 years payslip because they are comfortable enough to rely on the last 3 months' income. What that means is that potentially, if you're in a job that enables you to obtain overtime work or actually increase your work hours, you can actually adjust it, or you can put in the effort for the month of July, August, and September so that it can actually boost your income so that when we look at October, we can use just the projected income for this financial year and not have to look at last year's income statement. Now, in my client particular case, we were actually looking at increasing their the income that we could use from 120, so an additional 20,000 based on their year-to-date income. So you can imagine how that could help with restructuring your loan, with refinancing, and potentially, looking at borrowing to purchase an investment property. So $20,000 worth of income. Now, as a couple, if you could potentially increase your income that you show to the bank, an additional 40,000 could make a huge difference to how much you can actually borrow. That's not to say that you can't look at doing it now. Absolutely, when we have the conversation with clients, we do talk about their capacity to earn, and the banks like to see over a 3-month period your actual capacity. So that is a great win for PAYG clients, because with business clients, yes, the more work you put in, the more income you will potentially make. But with PAYG, there's not a huge amount of things that you can do that will actually increase your borrowing capacity. And this is one thing that I came across over the last couple of weeks with my clients. I know that October only started this week. However, when we were looking at September's year to date and we projected it, or we annualized it out for the full year, the clients had 20,000 more income that they could use in the servicing, which unlocked their ability to actually refinance and restructure their loan. So that's really exciting. Question from Luke: do you think the second-tier lenders will drop their rates in line with the RBA? I believe that the second-tier lenders will drop their rates. they may not drop them as quickly as the major lenders. The major lenders in the past haven't dropped their rates as quickly as the RBA. So look, I wouldn't expect that as soon as the RBA drops the rates that the banks will drop their rates straight away. They may announce it within the first week of the rate drop being announced by the RBA. The banks may announce it, but usually I have found in the past that there is probably a 2 to 3 week delay before the rates actually, before the rate drops actually flow through to your actual home loan. And then second tier lenders usually would be around the 3 to 4 week mark after the RBA announces their rate drops. Good morning, Sonia. So just a really quick one in regards to that. So if you're PAYG or you know anybody that's PAYG, you could use the month of July, August, and September to actually increase how much you could borrow by increasing your income over just that 3 months, which means potentially you don't have to you don't have to work that hard for the full financial year. Not to say that I wouldn't recommend that, but it is ensuring. It is a strategy that you could put in place that come October you're able to unlock more income for servicing to restructure your loans or look at possibly borrowing to purchase an investment property. Thanks for everybody for joining me this morning. Again, apologies for the technical delays. I wish everybody a wonderful weekend, and I will see you all next week.
Episode of Wealth Coffee Chat, folks. Make sure you like, subscribe, and turn on your notifications so you never miss a thing when we go live. Improve your portfolio and investing game, folks, with Wealth Coffee Chats live every morning at 8:10 each weekday. Make sure you join us. Previous episodes are also available wherever you get your podcasts, folks, as well as our other podcasts from the 6 Star team here at Positive Mentor.